Hello everyone and welcome to Geraldton. We are here today for another regional WA trip and taking a look at the bus routes here. Geraldton is the only regional town operated by Perth Transit for the routes instead of Swan Transit. And mostly I think it's actually all diesel OCs, operating 7 services, the 800 and then all routes 850 to 856. I'm going to go on them all this afternoon and tomorrow morning. I'm just staying one night. I just come up with the TransWA coach, 6-hour journey from East Perth to here and a 6-hour journey back tomorrow, but we'll be dropped off at Joondalup on that trip at 10 p.m. But just because I haven't been here for like 8-9 years, I do not remember what it's like, and I just want to tick off all the routes, so we're gonna go on them. But Geraldton is a very not that great place. There's a lot of antisocial behavior and I've already witnessed quite a bit, so I'm just gonna keep my distance and try not to interact too much. Hope the drivers are okay, because most of the routes are circular, so I'm literally just gonna be coming back to where I started. So I'm gonna try and make friends with them, film from the front seat and just do a full loop. So we'll start off with the 853 service, which is getting ready over there but not departing for another 17 minutes. So here we are back at the main bus stop. That was the full 853. Only one group of people actually used it. They are extremely strict on fare evasion in regional areas. Someone tried to board without paying $1.10 and he got refused and could not travel. Otherwise, it was just that one group going. I took the full circle. Pretty boring. There's a lot of... It's quite ugly. Most of Geraldton is quite an ugly, dry area. But yes, now we're going to take the 854. Same bus. We're going to go down to the terminus. I'll film it outbound and then I'll just take it all the way back inbound because there's no other way back. The driver already sees that I'm just here for the sake of being on the bus, so it should be fine. I'm glad it's the same one so I don't have to do that to another driver. All just diesel OCs on either side of the road. This is the main bus stop. There's no other like hub. I mean, there's the Northgate Shopping Centre, which is the stop before this, but all the routes go to both, so I think. So it's not really much difference. This is just the start and end. Although, of course, with your Smart Rider, it's still free, so it's kind of weird that they're so strict with the cash. But most people don't have a Smart Rider here, so. But I just get it for free. Cool. So we'll continue. 854 now. Alright, we've taken the 854. That's a much nicer route. It's going out to the oceanside areas. There's a really good view of both the countryside and the ocean. That trip's only 3 times a day though, all the way out and back, and on weekdays only. It's complementing the 855 circular, which also goes down there. Now we're going to do the 851, which goes up to the northern suburbs. Again on the same bus, good, so I can stay with this driver, although he'll be going back to the depot after, and there'll be another bus coming 2 minutes later to that stop to do the return service, but I'll film the outbound like I have and everything else. Here's an 856 coming in. Pretty underused services. I did see there was two tourists who got on the 854 to go to the terminus and paid with cash as well. Standard two section fares, like almost $5, but they got it. All right, let's do the 851 now. Here we are at the 851 terminus. That bus is finished. 2113 here will continue 1 minute after, as if it's the same bus. So now I just go back, but no need to film the return trip. And there goes that 851 service. We are now at the Northgate Shopping Centre stop, which is the second main stop. Some of the routes start here, including the 800, which is the only one that's not 85X, as you can see. Yeah, all the routes come here except the 3 times a day 854. The 800 is basically like a shopping service, like the 300 in Midlands, kind of, you know. It's a X00 route, but it's not free or anything. It just does a circle through the very inner areas of the Geraldton centre, just a 20-minute loop past the hospital and the TAFE and the shops. And also the 855 is a circular down to the southern suburbs, which actually starts here as well, strangely. I don't know why. Like, everything else starts at Anzac Terrace, but okay. There's a timetable that you can see here. No Sunday services anywhere in Geraldton, which is really bad and so stupid, because they have those signs at the front of the bus which say all the fares, and they say every Sunday free. Well, guess what? You can't go on any bus on a Sunday. Now, it's also good that it's Thursday today, because on Thursday they actually run a lot of extra bus services, not on a Friday, on a Thursday, which I think is mainly because probably the shops are open longer, like they are in Perth. Like all the little shops are open till 9 p.m, so they actually, or whenever it is, but they actually run services until 7:30 instead of the usual 4:30, 5 o'clock, which is perfect for today since it is a Thursday. And that means I can keep filming now. It's already almost 6, but there's still buses I can ride. This is the other side stop. So I'm gonna take the 800 now, that's why I got off here. The full circle through the city, all the way around. No problems with the driver so far, looking good. Oh, the 856 also starts from here, okay. Yeah, so that's why you can see it's on here. Well, that's weird. The 800 terminates on this side, but the 856 actually technically terminates on that side. So it's actually written on this stand just for the other side of the road to do the U-turn. But the 800 also comes here and starts there, yet technically doesn't go to the other side, so it's not on the stand. That's really weird. I don't know what made them decide to do that. And here we are at the top of the hill now. It's sunset. This is the only evening in the week where buses are actually running in Geraldton. On all other days they end at around 5. On Saturdays they end at around 4. There's no service on Sunday, but Thursday runs till like 7, 8 o'clock. I just did the full 800 and 856 loop with that driver, empty for the whole 856, 2 passengers on 800. He was telling me all about Geraldton and his life and how he's going and how much abuse they get from all the people here. It's so bad, crazy. So now for tonight we're going to finish off with an 852, the last service 7:15 p.m. all the way to the terminus, and then from there it's only about a 1.5 kilometer run or walk, whatever, back to where I'm staying. So that's all good, and I'll leave the last 2 routes for tomorrow's video, which is the 850, the only route to go out to Geraldton Zone 2 in Drummond Cove in the north, and the 855, which is the longest route by time, a big like 50-minute circular route to the southern suburbs. Here we are back at the main bus stop, 70,000. Ready to take the last service, the latest service operating 7:15 852. That's just the 800 back to the shops, like 2 minutes, 1 minute. So this is really the latest operating service out to Spalding. Well, here's that last 800 anyway. Somehow the 852 is so late, it's not even here yet. So that's the last bus. There's an 853 gonna operate on the other side. Oh, here's the 852. Okay, just right. 2114 operating on the 852. And there it goes. 2114 on the 852. This is the terminus. What the hell? Look where the stop is. Someone zip tied it against the fence. And so I actually got a shelter, which not many of them do. Really dark, getting dark now, to the point where I wouldn't be able to film properly out the front anymore. So perfect timing. We were a little quite late on that trip, actually, about 8 minutes, because at the start he already started about 4 or 5 minutes late, and then there was again someone trying to pay with cash, and he gave like 70 cents, and the driver's like, nope, needs to be $1.60, not 70 cents. And he spent like 5 minutes searching for a dollar, asking me 3 times if I have one, and then in the end he found one anyway. And then he started arguing about how much change he got back, even though obviously the driver does better math than him. Unbelievable. That wasted like 5 minutes. But yes, they're very strict on the fares. That concludes this evening's TransGeraldton trips. This video is probably very long now with all of that. I've got 2 more to put into tomorrow's video. I need to make my way back to where I'm staying now, which is luckily not that far from here. I didn't even plan it in terms of that. I just got some random place, and then I realized it's close to 3 bus routes, this being the furthest of the 3, and it's also the latest operating one, so I just took it up to the terminus, and now we'll walk there. But thanks for watching this video. I'm glad to have another trans-regional area covered. Look at the nice lighting right now with the sun that's just gone down. It's 7:40 p.m. Nice to still be daylight at this time. He'll go back to the depot now, Thursday evening, and I'll go to the hotel. Bye!